Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another live session with the Hype Magazine. I'm your editor-in-chief, Jerry Dobie, and today I have the amazing honor of having a young lion in here that is multi-talented. If you saw his studio, which he'll probably show you later on, the man is a multi-instrumentalist, and he is just an amazing, amazing musician. His name is Kofi, and I'm happy to introduce you to him. Welcome, brother.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So, like, you're out of Toronto, and a lot of great musicians popping out of Toronto. Uh, how has that, set the tone for who Kofi is as a performer, as an entertainer, as a creative?
Well, I mean, I think like collaboration in the creative process is something that's uh like I think is super important. So being from Toronto, I had the ability, especially my background, starting off as a producer and then an engineer. I got to collab with a bunch of great artists, and each great artist, something will rub off on you, and you'll pick something up.
Hmm. Okay, all right. So, from the inside looking out, then tell us who, as you see Kofi, uh, as the creative. Talk to us about that.
I'm just a guy who likes to make music, likes to chase a feeling, and uh try to put that into a musical language. So yeah, technically I just try to get better every single day, and yeah, just made magic.
Okay, so you just dropped this new single on me on the 15th. Nice joint. Um, Visuals are magnificent. Like, talk to us about the single and what motivated that.
So that single, that's actually one of my favorite songs. There's so many different elements that go into it. So I produced it with my friend. He's actually here right now. His name's Catch 22. Um, we started with, we were just at my studio, and I was just playing some chords on the Prophet, and the chords were speaking to me kind of on an emotional level. So wrote the song basically based off the feeling that the chords gave me, and I feel it's like something a lot of people can relate to.
Hmm. So you work from, do you normally, is that how you normally create? Is like from the chords and not a beat? How does it
Yeah,
go?
I'm definitely more melodically driven, so it usually comes from the chords for me. Like a lot of times I'll play the chords, write the whole song to just the melody, and then send it either to a producer to do the drums, or I'll try to figure out the drums myself. But definitely melody for me. So piano, guitar, synths, that's all me.
Wow. So you play most of the instruments on your music. Looks like
Yeah,
you got everything you need in there.
I, I have everything. I don't know what to show, but like, yeah, I got everything I need. I spend way too much on music equipment. I mean, there's never too much money you can spend, but
I'm old, bro. It's too much money. There's a thing for me called too much money to spend. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I got 6 kids and 14 grandkids now. So that's expensive. You heard me?
yeah,
So
yeah, it does add up. Definitely adds up. But they hold their value. So
yeah,
they're like, since they're like nice watches, they're like Rolexes. You get to enjoy it while you have it, and after you get to sell it. Hopefully, it went up. Most of the time, they do.
really. So you're
Yeah.
always looking for the next sound or that's crazy. I don't make music. So but I just joined, interestingly enough. It's not about me, but I just got put into this program by Fender called Fender Play to learn how to play guitar. I can't play Mary Had a Little Lamb. So the fact that they gave me a guitar and a course is interesting. So I'm going to try and next time I'll be able to say, hey, bro, I could play Mary Had a Little Lamb on the guitar. Check me out. Check me out. Put me on. So upcoming album on Red Bull Records. Why
Yeah.
not? Amazing. Red Bull is doing some amazing things. It has always been doing some amazing things. How did you connect with Red Bull?
So I got connected to Tick. Um, through Jared. He found out he heard one of my songs, and he told me, he pulled up in my crib in LA. I was living in LA at the time. He's like, "Yo, this stuff reminds me of Akon," and I was like, "Well, that's my favorite artist." So
Ah,
he's talking my language. So from there, kind of just went and had a meeting, and yeah, got a situation set up.
okay. So how exciting is it for you, like, to come from behind the boards, so to speak, to center stage? Is that exciting? Are you nervous? Are you ready?
Oh, I'm definitely ready. I think I I never thought that I'd be the artist, just coming from a background of like I was completely content producing, and then I went from that to engineering, because just to make sure they're going on my beats, I was engineering, while they're like rapping on my beats, and then to go from that, I never really thought that I'd be the artist. But I mean, a couple years later now, I'm definitely ready.
Okay. Yeah. You've been putting in the work and surrounding yourself with great artists. You come from a city that has a great emerging musical uh, history. I mean, within the last 10 years, it's been jumping off. Coming out of Toronto, there are a lot of you guys coming out of Toronto. So a lot to carry on your shoulders, young lion. But
Sure.
yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. Um, so your first single, "Haunt Me,"
Mhm.
featuring 2K Baby. Now I'm just getting familiar with this guy. How did you figure that you would merge well?
Sorry, it cut out for a second. Can you just say that one more
Oh
time?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was talking about your first single, "Haunt Me," with 2K Baby. I was like, how did you pick him um, to go against, not go against, but go with on the joint?
Right.
What drew you to him?
So it was Red Bull's idea,
Okay.
but I'd already been a fan, so I was definitely all for it. And then the second that I got that I got it back, got the song back with his vocals on, and I was like, oh, this is a hit. I was super excited about that. He did a great job.
Do you like to be in the studio together with the people that you're collabing with, or you're cool with this digital age thing? For me, it just seems like vibing in the same building would be better.
It depends. Like there's some people I love being in the studio with, and then I'm a homebody. I love being at home, so I have everything set up at home. I like to record my vocals at home just because I have everything set up perfectly
Mhm.
to make me sound as good as possible. Like, so I prefer to work at home, but I like having people over to my house you know, to
Okay.
record.
Okay. 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 I don't like people in my house. So talk to me virtually. Uh, so talk to me about this trippy imagery from the video, bro. I mean, who was the uh how do you say it? Who was the inspiration? Who was the muse that led to this visual?
Right. So the director's name, his name's Griffin. He killed it. Uh just straight up killed it. I came down to LA and shot 2 videos in 2 days. So
Mm,
uh they were definitely working hard, but I love the out, like the finished, the finished product.
mm. Now, were you
I,
really in the rain?
yeah, it was freezing. It was the coldest day in LA. There's something, no, I'm cursed. I've shot a lot of music videos. Every single music video, I'm freezing cold.
Mm,
There's never been a warm music video for me. So I don't know.
And it's crazy that you were in LA, one of the warmest tropical paradises on the planet, and you get the raw end of the deal.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than where I live. Where I live at the same time, it was like negative 26 degrees Celsius, which is like, I don't know, like negative 10 Fahrenheit or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the conversion rate. I never did the metric system well. That I never did. Um, so fun fact: this young brother used to play volleyball. He was a superstar at volleyball. And why you laugh, bro? That's dope. I mean, like, I'm not a sports guy. Well, baseball for me. Um, talk to me about your life in sports. How did that prepare you, you know what I mean, to like, because you got to go on stage now. So you're
Right.
a homebody, so you probably have a home gym too, right?
No, not really. I live on a bunch of land, so I can go for a run or whatever I need to do. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that crosses over from sports, high level sports to music.
Mm,
Um, so many transferable skills. But probably like where it's hardest for me right now is like mute or in sports. It's all like not in all sports, but volleyball, the sport that I played, and most sports, it's like very black and white, what's good and what's bad. Like if I get a point, I got a point. I did well. In music, if I make a good song, it's not always a good song to who you ask. You know, it's like super subjective, whereas sports is not as subjective. So that's a spot where the two don't really go together. So I'm trying to still figure that out.
okay. It's got to be a big, like I said, I don't make music, but you're putting yourself into the joint and revealing and sharing your yourself. How long did it take you to really like trust the outside world with what you were feeling and trying to deliver?
It took a while to be honest. So that's something that I picked up working with other artists in Toronto. One of the first things that I noticed is I was like, oh, the artists that are going the farthest are the ones that don't really care about getting mocked or like putting themselves out there the way that they need to. So um yeah, so after that I tried to model that basically and try to start doing that in my career.
Okay. So like what was the defining moment for you when music became the career and everything else is blocked out?
Probably around my third year of UCLA. That's where I was in school and playing. I released a song called Wake Up, and
Mm,
then that did numbers. And then after that, I released a song called Came Up, which blew up. And then off that, uh, I was getting all these like record deal offers. So basically, off the strength of that, I was just like, okay, it's either so volleyball. There's no league in Canada or America. I'd have to go to basically probably Poland.
okay.
Um, so it's like, okay, I could go to Poland, probably have a pretty good career, or I could stay in Canada around everyone that I love, and do a career, make a career doing what I love to do.
Okay. So music is kind of like now, it's like air, you gotta have it, right?
Yeah, if I try to not do it, I'm gonna end up doing it.
With as many sounds as you hear and many songs you create and you make some great music, and are you still able to like just vibe out to music for the love of it, or do you find yourself analyzing it all the time?
I definitely go through phases. Like this whole last year, like it's rare that I like a song. I'm like probably the harshest critic that I know. So like that's good in my music because like I'll hate my song unless they're perfect. But um when it comes to enjoying others' music, definitely I'm pretty analytical when I think about it. But I can definitely vibe out if I really like the song or really like the artist. And there's a lot of artists that I really love.
Okay. Who aside from the big names, who are you rocking with that we might need to know about?
Ooh, okay. I listen to a lot of soul music. So Jacob Banks, Leon Bridges. Those are just some Dijon, my homie put me on to. He's crazy. Uh it's like weird stuff, not weird stuff. Can't call it anything weird really, but I listen to definitely like alternative type of stuff. I don't listen to hip hop or anything in the space where I kind of operate.
You know, I feel you because I'm like I'm tired of get tired of listening to hip. I get about 200 submissions a day. So and it's usually hip hop. So
Mm.
I find myself, you know, being magnetized by EDM. I'm definitely like the dubstep dude, and that lets me get my escape on. And then the other day I listened to the Nappy Roots, Grits album, and it was that took me away and refreshed me and things like that. So do you have like a go-to album of somebody else that like refreshes you and resets you?
Um, yeah, it's probably, I mean, well, Akon's my favorite artist, so it's probably uh convicted convicted. I forget if it's convict or convicted, probably convicted by
Mm,
Akon. That's like my favorite album of all time. Like I can sing every single word, every single harmony, everything from that album. I love that album. I know how to play everything on piano. Like I love that album.
man, look, I'm amazed by your talent. I'm surprised that I haven't had an opportunity to speak with you or introduce you to our audience before, but now is the perfect time. Everybody's back outside. Folks are starting to move around and open up, and you're presenting something that's refreshing. Is different. It's not, definitely not cookie cutter. Definitely not cookie cutter, which I really appreciate. And I'd like to know, how long did it take you, or as along your journey, at what point do you think you found your unique signature voice?
I think I don't even know if I found my voice yet.
Mm,
But this genre that I've kind of been stepping more into, which on me is, I found out pretty early. My second song, it's a song called Zombie, in which I kind of tapped into that sound. But then I got away from it and then started doing other things, like outside influences tell me to do rap and street music, and then circle back around to what I love most. So
mm.
that's what on me is.
Okay. Okay. Well, I love it. And so are you getting out on tour? You got any tour dates scheduled, or are you just hanging out?
Uh, I'll be opening up for one of my homies. His name's Boslin. I'm opening up for him on May 6th in Montreal and May 7th in Toronto.
Okay. What's the most satisfying for you, Kofi, about what you do?
Um, Probably I love making good music, but I love getting back messages from fans and supporters. Uh, yeah, I love getting messages from them telling me what a song did for them. That, and I love just making them happy. Like, they just support me. A lot of people support me like in a lot of ways, from the jump, like from the beginning of my career. And I like to do stuff, whether it's answering every single message, whether it's, like pulling up on them and playing the album. I like to do stuff to make them as happy as they make me.
Okay. I think what I love about uh, On Me is that the Afro inspired beat. It is the culture. Our roots are starting to make a bigger dent in the business of music, and they're respecting. Those that know are starting to respect. So Afro pop is making this big thing. Afro beat is making it a big dent. And how are you feeling about that as you watch the industry, kind of navigate towards that sound?
I think it's interesting. I love Afro beats. I've been around it my whole life. My dad's from Ghana.
Right.
Um, and there was a point, I think 2 years ago. So like last winter I went to Ghana, because there's a big artist out there. His name's Kofi. He actually dropped a song, or sorry, he just dropped his debut album Friday today.
Okay.
So I hit him up a long time ago. I'm like, yo, we need to work. And then he hit me back. He's like, yo, we need to work. And then he's like, oh, wait, you already DM me. And it's weird because we look like, I look at those guys like they're the superheroes. And then they look at us like we got it going on over here in Canada and the US. And I don't know. I think it's going to be dope to see how that grows, because I think there's so much talent over there.
Mm.
Just just like Afro beats is just one, like it's just one genre, but it's so many different things and so many different elements and so many different cultures in Africa, and it shows in their music.
Mm. I think it it touches everybody differently, but it has the ability to just bring you back to center. You know what I mean? All the other stuff. I love what Dr. Dre does. I love what Pharrell does. But going back and listening to the Afrobeat producers, that kind of just brings you back to this centered level kind of
Right.
space. And in my age, I've been through the Afrobeats phase multiple times, the 60s and the 70s when, the culture was coming up. So it's just like beautiful to see it,
Mhm.
embraced once again, in this day and age. What do you think?
I think it's great. I mean, that's something I'm trying to lean more into. I'm trying to work with more guys in that space, more artists, I should say, in that space. Um, yeah, and I like thoroughly love Afrobeat music
Okay.
uh, and the artists, and yeah, I'm trying to explore that more. Actually, in my next album, I have a lot of songs going that way.
Well, you've got a lot of fans in the media. I'm checking out the quotes from Lyrical Lemonade and Hot New Hip Hop. Everybody's loving you. I don't have anything clever to say other than, your young line that we're going to be talking about, for years on end, I believe. And you're contributing so much to the fabric of music already, and you're just starting. You're not even really like embedded in the system yet, thank God. You know what I mean? So you have an opportunity to help shape the future. And I love it.
I appreciate the love. Yeah, I'm just trying to get better every single day and make stuff that's impactful.
Yeah. If you had to pick a song from your current catalog and including on me, uh, which one do you think would be like the best introduction to Kofi as an artist?
It would probably be um On Me or the song that I dropped off my last tape called Got You Already.
Okay.
Yeah, that one I think is special. I actually shot the music video for that in Ghana.
Oh, okay. All right. Man, tell me about that feeling when you stepped into Ghana the first time.
I mean, I think it was kind of surreal. I mean, growing up Ghanaian my whole life, uh used to speak the language, but then my grandma moved back
Mm.
uh when I was young. So it's kind of I kind of wish that I still spoke it, but yeah, no, it was amazing. Got to meet so much family that I never got to meet. Got to see my grandma that I haven't seen since I was like 3, and
Mm.
don't really remember.
Right.
Uh, yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful place over there. There's like the vibe is crazy. People don't have not everyone has a lot, but like at the end of the day, everyone like at the end of the day when people go home, they close their shop by putting a towel over it, and nobody steals anything. It's like it's refreshing. You know what I mean? To see people happy with what they have.
That could not happen in America. Uh, Somebody would abuse that immediately as soon as you
Mm.
turn the corner. And then, you know, I've never been to Africa, so I feel like I'm that's one of my things on my bucket list to do before I get out of here. You know what I mean? So I would like to know for you, um, what was the biggest surprise about the business side of the music business once you really got into it?
Um, I think the biggest surprise to me was getting into the music industry. There's so many like it can be a lottery or it can be an actual industry where you work hard and you get rewarded for your hard work over time. I think that's the biggest surprise because getting into it, you just think, oh, I'm gonna be huge tomorrow. It actually takes a long time to build a fan base, something that no one notices and nobody wants to do, which I think is crazy. I think you got to be grateful for the journey and for the ride. And I think that was my biggest surprise. It's not just you sign a deal and boom, the deal helps you with what you're doing, but you got to dedicate your life to making music and your art, your craft, and the business side of it too.
Okay, okay. Do you remember the moment that the maze straightened out for you and you understood and said, "Oh, I get it"?
I don't think it's straightened out yet. I think, I mean, to an extent it has, but I think there's always going to be stuff that I'm going to look back on myself now in a couple of years and be like, oh, that guy had no clue.
Mm,
So
yeah. As with politics, the music industry seems to just throw things at you. They're always changing. This Web3 thing, you know, that they're doing with now releasing music on the in the metaverse and all that. Are you into that? Have you checked it out? Or
I have not checked that out. I'm old fashioned, I guess. I haven't even seen that.
uh, yeah, the NFT albums, and NFT singles, and you know, Snoop Dogg taking Death Row to as an NFT label. I'm like,
Wow.
so I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm old. Look at all this gray hair. I do not understand it. I'm trying to figure it out because I miss record store days. I'm a crate diver. You know what I mean? I'm like, I got vinyl. You see a
Yeah.
little bit of it in the back, and then I've got like a garage full. Um, so I miss the times when we had the physical, tangible product where I could read the liner notes and things like that, and learn everything about who put this together. Um, Production wise, like you said, you started out in production. Who are like some of your production heroes?
Ooh, I have a lot. There's J5. I don't even know where he's from, but he does a bunch of Afro fusion stuff. Um, Akon again. Uh, Boy Wonder. He's from literally 10 minutes down the road from where I'm from. He's
Yeah,
a big inspiration as well, and he's just all over every genre, everything. Um, yeah, those are probably the biggest ones.
yeah, yeah. The fact that you named Jerry is like, wow, okay. You just know him. Okay, I feel you. Bruh, is there anything you want to cover that I might have missed? First of all, Bruh started out this conversation, he had a guitar in his hand. So I thought we might get a piece, but I want to know if there's anything that you wanted to cover that I may have neglected.
Um, Nah, I think we got everything. Just yeah, I mean, I'm super excited for this body of work to come out. Super excited to see how people continue to respond to On Me, because from what I hear, people love it. Uh yeah, I'm excited to get going. Excited for the future.
Okay. Yeah, I'm an old head and I love it. You touched me. You met me where I'm at. You feel me? I'm digging it. I'm digging it. So you have a fan and a friend over here at the Hype Magazine, man. Anytime you want to come back, and I would love to have you back as you start to marinate in the success of this album and the reception of the world to your music, because I believe that you'll be a world artist. You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion. I'm old. I got a little experience in this. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'd love to have you back if you'll come back some point.
Thanks. I would love to come back. Thank you.
All right. All right, everybody. The Hype Magazine live sessions. Kofi. The man is a genius. New singles out called On Me. It's on all the DSPs right now. Also, you have to check out the video. Go to YouTube. It's Kofi, Kofi. And he's got a new album coming up. Why not? That is that due this month or May?
It's May 20th. May
May
20th though.
20th. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. New album released May 20th called Why Not? The brother is a dynamo. He's one of those great young lions that we need to have to ensure that the fabric of music is protected and moves forward and we get solid, great content. I love it. It's a great responsibility he's taking on as a producer, stepping out from behind the boards into the center stage to present his own thoughts and product. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.